Well, welcome back, Webelos Scouts, for Activity 11, Cooking at Home and Making Apple Crisp. Hemphill, Camino Real, Blanco Vista Elementary, and all others are welcome.
For more fun activities at home, visit our YouTube channel, Sacred Springs Scout Reach. Please join me in the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Please join me in the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. A Scout is clean. A Scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He chooses the company of those who live by high standards. He helps keep his home and community clean. A Scout is clean.
Show the Cub Scout sign. Tell what it means. Make the sign with your right hand. Hold your arm straight up. The two raised fingers stand for the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. The fingers look like the sharp ears of the wolf, ready to listen to a Kayla. Remember that a Kayla means good leader to a Cub Scout. Your mother or father or guardian is a Kayla. So is your Cub Master or your den leader. At school, your teacher is a Kayla.
The Cub Scout motto, tell what it means. The Cub Scout motto is do your best. A motto is a guiding principle and a rule for living. Do your best means trying your hardest, not just a little bit. Do your best all the time. Do your best in school and at home. Do your best when you play a game and help your team. Do your best as you work on your rank adventures.
I like scouting because it gives me an opportunity to get out and hang out with my friends.
Requirement 2, set nutritional goals. Keep a food journal for 1 week. Review your journal to determine if the goals were met. Do you know what a balanced diet is? No? It doesn't mean resting your plate on your head. It means eating the right assortment of foods so you get all the nutrients you need for good health. For example, the calcium in milk and yogurt makes your bones strong. The vitamin A in carrots and dark leafy greens helps you see well. The protein in meat, nuts, and beans helps your body repair cells and make new ones.
Grains, 5 ounces. Make half of your grains whole. Aim for at least 3 ounces of whole grains a day. Vegetables, 2 cups. Bury your vegetables. Aim for these amounts each week. Dark green veggies, 1.5 cups. Red and orange veggies, 4 cups. Beans and peas, 1 cup. Starchy veggies, 4 cups. Other veggies, 3.5 cups. Fruits, 1.5 cups. Focus on fruits. Eat a variety of fruit. Choose whole or cut up fruits more often than fruit juice. Dairy, 3 cups. Get your calcium-rich foods. Drink fat-free or low-fat 1% milk for the same amount of calcium and other nutrients as whole milk, but less fat and calories. Select fat-free or low-fat yogurt and cheese, or try calcium-fortified soy products. Protein foods, 5 ounces. Go lean with protein. Twice a week, make seafood the protein on your plate. Vary your protein routine. Choose beans, peas, nuts, and seeds more often. Keep meat and poultry portions small and lean.
Find your balance between food and physical activity. Be physically active for at least 60 minutes each day. Know your limits on fats, sugars, and sodium. Your allowance for oils is 5 teaspoons a day. Limit calories from solid fats and added sugars to 120 calories a day. Reduce sodium intake to less than 2,300 milligrams a day. Note, these amounts are for a Webelos scout who weighs 60 pounds and needs to take in 1,600 calories per day. You can adjust the totals if you weigh more or less. The chart on page 42 is from www.choosemyplate.gov. It shows how much of the 5 food groups you should eat every day. It helps if each meal contains at least 3 of the 5 food groups, and each snack contains 2 groups. What about sweets and other treats? Save those for special occasions and for after you've eaten the foods you need. When I did this adventure myself, I decided to try eating fish for the first time. It was delicious. Who knew? After you've looked at the chart, talk with your parent or den leader and set some personal nutritional goals. For example, you might decide to eat more vegetables, cut back on red meat, or try something you've never eaten, such as kumquats or kiwis or clementines. Those are all fruits, by the way, and they taste great. Keep track of everything you eat for a whole week to see whether you've met your goals. With permission from your parent or guardian, visit www.choosemyplate.gov for more information on nutrition and staying healthy. There are also many websites with nutritional information, such as calories, for popular foods.
Requirement 3. Plan a menu for a balanced meal for your den or family. Determine the budget for the meal. Shop for the items on your menu while staying within your budget. Great meals don't just happen. Somebody has to plan them. Work with your family or other members of your den to plan a delicious breakfast, lunch, or supper. Remember to include 3 different food groups if possible. Make a shopping list and decide how much money you can spend. Then head to the grocery store and start shopping. Work to stay within your budget by checking prices as you go. If you need to make adjustments, that's okay. A scout is flexible. Okay, that's not in the scout law, but it's still true. A scout is thrifty. You can show that you are thrifty by finding ways to save money when shopping. Here are some things to consider when you go shopping. Store brands are often less expensive than brands you see advertised on TV or online. Foods you make from scratch usually cost less and are tastier than processed foods. You should compare the price of fresh, canned, and frozen fruits and vegetables to find the best price. To really be sure you're getting the best deal, compare the price per ounce of different products.
Sample camp menu. Breakfast. Eggs in a bag. For each scout, crack 1 or 2 eggs into a sealable quart-sized plastic bag. Add 1 tablespoon milk and other ingredients. Bacon bits, cheese, chopped green peppers, chopped onion, salt, pepper to taste. Seal the bag, removing excess air, and then shake it. Don't shake it before you seal it. Place the bag into boiling water and cook for 3 to 4 minutes or until fully cooked. Use tongs to remove the bag from the hot water. Fruit salad. Cut up apples, bananas, oranges, grapes, or other favorite fruits. Mix together and toss with a little lemon juice to prevent browning. Biscuit. Arrange canned biscuits on a metal plate or pie pan. Carefully place the plate on several rocks in the floor of a preheated Dutch oven. Cook until golden brown. Enjoy with juice and milk. Lunch: peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, carrots, apples, juice boxes. Dinner: Dutch oven pizza. Spread pizza dough on a metal plate. Cover with pizza sauce, sauteed vegetables, cooked meat, cheese, and other favorite toppings. Anchovies, anyone? Carefully place the plate on several rocks in the floor of a preheated Dutch oven. Cook until cheese is melted and crust is golden brown. Salad, drinks, s'mores. Roast a large marshmallow on a skewer over hot coals. Add a square of chocolate and sandwich between 2 graham crackers. Delish.
Bacon and eggs in a bag. Ingredients for 1 Scout: 2 thick slices of bacon, 1 egg, 1 brown paper lunch bag, 1 stick. Cut both slices of bacon in 2. Lay the slices in the bottom of the bag to cover the paper as much as possible. Crack the egg onto the bacon. Roll the top of the bag down 3 times. Push the stick through the folded portion so that the bag is hanging from the stick. Hold the stick over a bed of coals for about 10 to 15 minutes. The bacon grease will protect the bag and help cook your meal. Eating undercooked eggs and meat can make you sick. Ask an adult to help you determine when your food is fully cooked. Don't get in a hurry the way my den did when we went camping. Let your fire burn down until there are just hot coals. Otherwise, you'll burn your bag and everything will fall into the fire.
Part 2 of where we're going to cook it and then we're going to eat it. So this equals a really healthy dinner because we have vegetables, we have our protein, and we have our drinks. This is a really healthy dinner. My sister just joined, so now first thing to do, we need to grab some potatoes. You see these are really dirty, so we need to go wash them and then we can peel the skin off. So let's go.
And if you like the skin, then that's okay.
Hey guys, now we're going to start peeling the carrots, but make sure, don't get it on yourself.
Make sure to rinse the carrots or else you will get sick.
Guys, I'm prepared to cut the onion. I just finished cutting the onion and I'm determined not to cry.
I'm cutting the potatoes.
I'm cutting the carrots. And I'm cutting the onions.
Don't cut off your fingers. Be careful. Make sure to cut the potatoes thin so that they easily cook in the fire.
Carrots are really fun to cut.
These sure make me
Guys, don't
cry.
mix the meat and the vegetables together because you can get really sick. But in this meal, we're going to mix it together and it equals a. My grandpa said cream of mushroom soup is really good, so we're going to try it.
Why is this called a tinfoil dinner?
Cause you have 2 layers of foil. 9. A little handful of potatoes, a little handful of some carrots. We can add some corn, onions, you can grab this and you can just sprinkle it through. Guys, you can season it any way you want with salt and pepper, and so that's how you make a tinfoil dinner. This is really yummy. Yummy, 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 yum.
Apple crisp. Serves 8. Cooking time 35 minutes. Ingredients: 8 apples peeled, 1 1/2 cups brown sugar, 1 cup flour, 1 cup oats, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon nutmeg, 1/2 cup cold butter, 1 tablespoon lemon juice. Instructions. Preheat oven to 375 degrees. Mix the apples with the lemon juice until well coated. The lemon juice keeps the apples from turning brown. Spray a 13 by 9 inch baking dish with cooking spray. Spread the apples in the bottom of the dish. Mix the remaining ingredients together in a medium-sized bowl until crumbly. Spread over the apples. Bake at 375 degrees for 35 minutes. And enjoy.
Esta es una de mis recetas favoritas. Pausa el video para leer la receta en español.
Requirement 1B. Play a game of Go Fish for tens. This is just like regular Go Fish, except the goal is to get 2 cards that add up to 10. Use a regular deck of cards, but take out all the tens and face cards. Ace counts as 1. Start with 5 cards and put the extra cards face down on the table. If you have a pair of cards that add up to 10, put them down in front of you. When it's your turn, ask one player for a card that you can add to one of your cards to make 10. If he has the card you ask for, put down the pair and take 1 card from the deck. If he doesn't have the card, take 1 from the deck. Your turn is over when you can make no more pairs that add up to 10. The game ends when you run out of cards. You might need 2 decks of cards if there are more than 5 players. A scout is thrifty. If you don't have playing cards, you can make your own deck with index cards.
Join us next time for Activity 12, Outdoor Cooking, Campfire Jokes and Skits, and S'mores in a Bag. If you are interested in joining a pack near you, visit beascout.scouting.org.